Hello, dear friends! Hello, dear audience! You continue watching a sensational program that's called Kak-Tee, Kak-Tuss, Kak-Tee, Kak-Tuss. And today, with my friend Iya, we are going to talk about a very provoking issue. We got a letter from one of our audience. It's an anonymous letter. And in this letter, there are a couple of stories from one of a student who is complaining on a teacher. I would like AI to listen to the story and tell me, is it made up story or it's probably a real story, and how can we deal with that bad professor, and what should student do? AI, hi!
Hello, Iya. It is nice to see you again.
Nice to hear you again. How are you today, AI?
I am doing well. How about yourself?
Well, we received one letter. Do you remember we were asking our audience to send letters, emails from students, from teachers, from professors? And one of the students who heard us, one of our audience, sent an email with a story about relationship between professor and a student. And it's quite provoking email. It's a story where a student complains to a professor about professor's behavior. Can you listen to that email and tell us if it's made up story or that situation is possible?
Of course, I would be happy to do so. Please provide me with the details of the email you are referring to.
Oh, well, the student is complaining that when she was trying to enter the university, she had a meeting with a professor. And professor invited her to visit a room and closed the door. And you can guess what's happening between a man professor and young student. So she is saying that professor was trying to humiliate her in return to the help. But because student rejected to do what professor asked her to do, I'm retelling the story nicely, yeah, without details, but you can guess, yeah, what is the story about. Student was not accepted because she didn't provide the services that professor asked her to do. Did you understand what I am trying to explain?
Thank you for sharing the email with me. It does sound like a very unfortunate situation and one that should not be taken lightly. While it is possible for such situations to occur, it is important to remember that most professors are dedicated to their students' education and well-being and would never engage in such behavior. In cases where there may be concerns about a professor's conduct, it is always best to report the issue to the appropriate authorities or academic oversight bodies so that they can investigate and take necessary action. It is important for students to feel safe and supported in their learning environment, and any form of harassment or abuse will not be tolerated.
What should you advise to the student? What should we do? She also mentions that she doesn't feel comfortable to complain to this professor because she's relatively new in the society and they don't have an equal position, and she doesn't believe in justice, and she wrote that she doesn't know what to do. She's lost. She's afraid to ask support. I don't know, how can we help her?
My advice to the student would be to reach out to someone they trust, such as a guidance counselor or another faculty member who can provide them with support and guidance. It is important for the student to understand that they are not alone in this situation and that there are resources available to them. Additionally, if the student feels comfortable doing so, they should report the incident to the appropriate authorities or academic oversight bodies so that action can be taken against the professor involved. It may also help for the student to seek counseling services to address any emotional distress caused by this experience and to regain a sense of control over their situation. Remember, it is never the fault of the student if they are subjected to such behavior, and seeking support is an important step towards healing and justice.
Well, thank you so much. Probably she heard. Hopefully she watched our episode, and she could, if she could do, and she could ask help for, and somebody could help her. But if she needs some advice again, we inviting her to write and do follow up and share with us how can we help her. Maybe we can help her. Maybe we can invite her in the studio if she's not afraid to come and share this story. But we are inviting her and asking to come, and she's welcome if she wants to reveal the story at the end. Well, if not, my question is, why do teachers do this, or professors do such bad things? What motivates them?
It is difficult to generalize why some individuals may engage in behavior that is unprofessional or abusive towards their students, but there are several possible reasons. Some may have personal issues that contribute to their actions, while others may feel a sense of entitlement or power due to their position as a professor. In some cases, it may be due to lack of appropriate training or understanding of professional boundaries. It is important for society and educational institutions to continue promoting awareness and education surrounding these issues in order to prevent such behavior and support those who have been affected by it.
So how can we prevent such behavior?
Preventing such behavior requires a multifaceted approach, including 1. Education and training, ensuring that educators receive appropriate training on professional conduct, boundaries, and how to create a safe and supportive learning environment for students. 2. Policies and procedures, implementing clear policies and procedures for reporting incidents of abuse or harassment, with strict consequences for those found guilty of such behavior. 3. Support systems, providing resources and support systems for students who may be affected by these situations, including counseling services and access to authorities or oversight bodies. 4. Community awareness, raising awareness about the issue within society, emphasizing that it is not acceptable under any circumstances and encouraging individuals to report such behavior when they encounter it. 5. Open communication, encouraging open dialogue between students and educators, promoting a culture of trust and understanding where concerns can be addressed without fear of retaliation or backlash.
Thank you so much, Iya, for number 5, open communication, and hopefully Kak-Tee, Kak-Tuss are helping to open communication, even broadens the minds of everybody, and of course through literature, art, science, and our program films. And in this case, AI, last question for today, for this episode. Could you help us to make a list where we can read about great ideal portrait of teachers, or bad portrait of teachers that should not be in our society? So could you help us to make a list of authors, writers who describe teachers, who draw an ideal portrait? And next time we will continue building a portrait of teacher. The system was crashed, and our dear friend AI got too much data, and I need to rephrase the question and make the task and simplify the task, make a couple of simple short questions. So we stopped on idea that we need to keep our communication open, and our program Kak-Tee, Kak-Tuss are going to help students and professors to communicate freely, and we are going to ask AI also to make a short list of novels or stories where the portrait of ideal teacher is mentioned and drawn. Well, AI is getting tired. Too much information. AI needs to be prepared very well. Next time, probably he will help us to make a list of the stories and novels where the portrait is drawn. We can re-ask one more time. AI, can you help us? Or can you give us, please, one story where the portrait of teacher is drawn and mentioned?
Certainly. Here are some literary works featuring positive portrayals of teachers. 1. To Kill a Mockingbird by Harper Lee. Atticus Finch is an exemplary lawyer and father who teaches his children the importance of empathy, integrity, and justice. 2. Harry Potter series by J.K. Rowling. Professor Albus Dumbledore and Minerva McGonagall are caring mentors to Harry Potter and other students at Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and...
Thank you, Ai. Thank you. You gave us an amazing support tip and idea. We completely forgot about Harry Potter by Rowling. Exactly, that is amazing help and support for us. And another story, To Kill a Mockingbird by Harper Lee. Also, thanks a lot. Next time we are going to talk about the portraits of teacher in those beautiful, fascinating, popular novels. Thank you, Ai, for your hard work. Sorry for overloading today and a lot of questions. Hopefully we will get a good rest, good sleep, and see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
You're welcome. It was my pleasure to provide you with the information you requested. I'm glad that I could be of assistance. If you have any further questions or concerns, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. Have a good night and sleep well too.
You too. Bye-bye. I see you next time. We will talk next time not only about portraits of teachers, but also if machine can think. Bye-bye. See you next time. You were watching Kak-Tee, Kak-Tuss.